Hey everybody, welcome to Family First Reviews. This is episode 5. Casey, what is in my garage today?
It's a 2020 Kia Soul.
Ah, nice. And this is the GT line package and it looks really good.
It does look great, and it's not just any GT line package, it's the GT line turbo, which means we've got a 1.6 liter turbo in here, making about 200 horsepower, 195 foot-pounds of torque, and also we get a dual clutch transmission in here.
All right, so when I hear all of that, my mind immediately goes to hot hatch.
Yeah.
But that's not really what this is, right?
No.
So it's not a Volkswagen GTI competitor.
It's not a Focus ST competitor.
Yeah, or Honda Civic Si.
No.
Those cars have more horsepower, they're smaller, they're lighter, they're more nimble. This is more like a lunchbox, okay?
Yeah.
So let's focus on functionality for sure. So we're gonna put people in it, we're gonna do the luggage test.
I'll throw some car seats in there, see what that's like.
Yeah.
But to be honest, what I really want to know is how much fun is this to drive, maybe if you're commuting in it every day.
Yeah, well, the only way we're gonna figure that out is let's get in it and drive it. Let's go.
Yeah. All right, so we're on our favorite stretch of the NurBURBring. Time to test this out.
Oh,
Yeah, see how we go.
definitely on the firm side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where the car part of this comes in, right? It's not a crossover. It is a car.
There's just not a lot of play in that suspension at all.
I do like the brakes on here. They feel nice. You know, corner's fairly flat if you don't push it too hard. Like you said, it's not a GTI. It's a Kia Soul.
It's not a GTI, but this ain't no crossover either.
No, absolutely not.
It is flat.
Yeah.
So you were coming around that corner and it stuck to the ground pretty well. There you go. Pretty buzzy, pretty loud engine.
Yep.
You got to keep it pretty high in the rev range to get the power out of it.
Yeah. I will say, it's not the snappiest, fastest dual clutch transmission I've ever driven. Definitely prefer it to the base transmission though in the Kia line. So
I think that's what you got to keep in mind is in base trim with that 2 liter and the CVT, it is not an enjoyable drive. And so really what Kia is saying is you want more out of it, we're giving you more. It's not extreme, it's just more fun.
Yeah.
All right, Casey, I'm over here driving. It's my turn to go around the NurBURBring. But as we come back around, let's talk about price. Where does this start?
So the base model starts at about $17,000, which is pretty good value for your kids, whatever, send a kid off to school. This is a nice car for that. Now this model starts at about $27,000.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
So that's quite a bit of money because then you really start to open up the door to several different things. If you want more space and more capability, you got a lot of crossovers in that price range. And then if you want more performance, you've opened up the door to things.
Yeah, like your Focus ST, your GTI. I do think this rides a nice fine line between those things. And I don't really see anything else in the market that gives you this combination of performance and utility.
All right, so my turn is to fly through the ring here, and I noticed when you were driving, you weren't using the paddles. You were just relying straight on that transmission. So I just downshifted quite a bit, did it as I'm coming through that corner. Ooh, I do like it. It's just fun.
You really do have to use those to have the most amount of fun. I'm kind of used to like a Volkswagen Audi DSG where it's kind of pointless to use the paddles. The programming does it all for you, but you can have a lot more fun in this if you shift it yourself.
Yeah, and I like the paddles. They're of good quality. They got a nice feel to them. They're the right size to where it doesn't really matter where my hands are on the steering wheel. I can still reach those paddles just with one finger, give a quick flick. I like it, and it makes me feel like I'm driving something a little more sporty. I like this car. I think it's fun.
Oh, it's a blast.
It's absolutely a blast. And I think for me, I could not have this car unless I had this engine. And because it's enough power, I hate being out on the highway and hitting the throttle in a car and just getting nothing in response. It makes me feel unsafe. I like a car that's responsive.
Yeah.
And man, this is so much better than the base Soul engine. I'd have to have this.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree.
I would agree.
Would agree.
All right, guys, so Casey and I took it out for a ride, had a great time, but we promised we would put everybody in the car and see how comfortable everybody was. So how are we doing? Is it good? Thumbs up. Thumbs up. I got a ton of leg room back here. I'm sitting behind you and I can stretch out quite a bit.
And the seats are really comfy, which is a big thing for me. Especially in small cars, you tend to get uncomfortable seats, but these are comfortable. I like that it's very nimble. I can get in and out of this thing in a Target parking lot like nobody's business.
Because we go to Target a lot.
We do. Okay. It is not so much of a grocery getter.
There's no hooks.
There's no hooks. If you have just 1 or 2 bags, you need a place to hook them in, or a compartment that comes up where you can sit them down.
Okay, we're going to try this one more time, and then we're going to...
Okay.
Don't put your hand on my face.
Let's do it.
I'm trying to drive. The 10-inch screen is great. It shows me all that I want to see. I also love how quick it is. It's nimble, it's quick, it gets me in and out of parking lots. It's smooth, which I really love. So yeah, I just think it's a good ride.
That is the end of the video, guys.
But it's not the end of the video.
Don't go, don't go. No,
Don't
Mother.
do that.
Don't kill all of us at once.
All right, guys, that's enough shenanigans for one day. It's time to check in with the CarSeat Commando. Let's go see what's going on in the business end of the Kia Soul.
All right, guys, quick car seat test. We're fitting just fine. I've got the front seat set where I would normally sit. Again, I'm 6'1". We're doing good. Got a big rear-facing seat here. I've even got room to extend this little footrest out a little bit to give them a little extra leg room. And the latch system is nice and easy to access, so this is going to work fine for your car seats.
All right, time to check out the business end of the Kia Soul.
Yeah, so first gripe of the video, I think, is maybe I wish this hatch release was up here a little bit higher instead of way down here, but that's a little thing because I actually really like this hatch a lot. It's a nice big wide opening, no sloping roof line to encroach on the cargo space, so a pretty nice hatch. I like this cargo cover. It'll kind of fold out of the way, give you a little bit of extra room, but also snaps out of there really easy. So that cover comes out really easy, and I think now would be the time to do our carry-on test.
Right, so we've got 2 oversized carry-ons and 2 regular size carry-ons. No problem.
No problem, that'll close, no problem.
But Casey, you forgot something.
Yeah, I forgot the pack and play, didn't I?
Gotta have the pack and play, man.
Doesn't look
Where's
like
it gonna go?
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's gonna fit, but Kia's got a little trick up their sleeve. I like this. All right, so you can see the floor height here is actually kind of nice most of the time because you don't want it too low because you got to load stuff in here, or maybe you want to change a kid right here or something like that. Sometimes you need a little extra space, and Kia has thought of that. Easy peasy, we lower the floor, we get a lot of extra space.
Voila.
Yeah, play Tetris music.
Very nice. Now we got everything in there.
We got everything in there. That's a great feature. I like that a lot. It's smart from Kia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. One more thing.
Oh, there's no way.
You got to do it, man.
Well, it's not going to fit. There's no way it's going to fit.
All right, man. I'm disappointed.
Oh, God. All right, for you, I'm going to try and fit this double stroller in here, even though I know this is a fool's errand. But let's see. Yeah, there you go.
I don't know, man. It looks like it's in there to me.
And obviously, I could fold down one of these seats and get it in there, but then what's the point? Because now you can't carry 2 kids and your double stroller, so
Game over.
Game over. All right, Brian, so what do you think about the interior?
This is an interesting place. I think we've always been intrigued, like you said, by the Soul. Probably because it's always had this unique, youthful design to it, and you really see that here in the interior. I got these crazy, what they call red, it's more orange, accents on the doors and the speaker grills, some of the stitching as well.
That was kind of my first disappointment when I got in the car, is that we've liked so much of what we've seen recently from Kia, like with the Stinger GT and the Telluride, and the new Seltos is coming out, and we love those interiors. And they just redesigned this, so I was hoping we would get more of that flavor in here, but they haven't. Like you said.
Yeah, but I will give them credit. They did upgrade the infotainment system with that full 10-inch widescreen display, which, again, Kia is good to let some of that new technology filter down, and they've done that here. They just haven't necessarily done it with the design.
Yeah, no, definitely all the content that we like in those new models is here, just not quite the more mature look of it. Yeah. And I don't know if you noticed, but we've even got in those red accents there, so a little bit of rave lighting at night when the music is going. We've got some flashing lights in the car. Yeah,
so definitely geared towards the younger generation. And there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
So interior design aside, we've got, like you said, a lot of content. So I'm gonna do a quick rundown of that. We have a Harman Kardon speaker system, which actually does sound really good. We've got heated seats. We have a heated steering wheel, wireless charging, and I really like it because they actually put the wireless charging on its own shelf up here. So that phone can sit up here while the other phone sits down here and charges via the USB. I still have dynamic cruise control on this model. It works just as well as in every other Kia. Casey, we got to talk about what this car looks like. We saw it in the garage. I love the exterior design of the Soul. I always have, and this current generation is no different.
Yeah, but they've really tightened it up, I think. Like you said, it's a much more tailored look, a little more athletic look, a little more mature look on the outside.
Yeah, so everything's still there from the original, the same overall shape, but we've got slightly different headlights. We've got a cleaner, slim, horizontal style LEDs up front, a unique grille, and then that center exhaust on the back. It just looks cool, man. It definitely appeals to the younger generation, but if you're a younger parent and you want something with a lot of room in it, but you want to save some money, and you don't want to look like you're driving around, some sort of boy racer vehicle. Yeah. Man, this gets the job done and still looks good doing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Casey, let's put a wrap on this review and come to some conclusions on the Kia Soul. Is this the fastest car on the planet in this segment? No, it's not. But is it fun?
It's absolutely fun.
It's also practical.
It's very practical.
For me, would I recommend the Kia Soul to folks? Absolutely.
Oh yeah, man. If you're like a young parent or something and you want something that's going to take your kids around but still be fun to drive, I think this is one of the best cars on the market.
So 2 thumbs up from us?
Absolutely.
All right. Guys, thanks so much for watching Family First Reviews. This is the 2020 Kia Soul, a car we really like. Check out our other videos, and we'd love it if you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, because we got more stuff coming. Thanks for watching.